Week 3 of the Green Bay Packers OTA practices are officially underway. And with that being said, we have more news, notes, highlights, observations from another day here in Green Bay for practice. Now, we are just a week away from mandatory minicamp, and we're going to break all that down as well. So make sure you guys stay tuned. But in this video specifically, we're going to break down everything that happened in practice today. Okay, now before we jump into this video, I need you guys to do me a favor and go give a follow to all of the media members over there in Green Bay who do such a great job, work very hard in terms of getting these highlights out for us from camp. Go follow them right now. You're going to see, three names that do such a good job right there. So go follow them on Twitter real quick. Big shout out to them, because without them, these videos aren't really too possible. So big shout out to them. And with that being said, let's dive into the video a little bit. Now, there's been a bunch of good things happening here in Green Bay, and once mandatory minicamp does start up, we're going to get to see a little bit more 7-on-7s and 11-on-11 film. But in this video, they can't really show you those plays. So we're gonna have a bunch of team individual drills and quarterback to wide receiver versus air. So keep that in mind. But throughout the entire this video, we're gonna break down some actual 7-on-7, 11-on-11 plays that went down today. Now, one of the biggest plays of the day was from Jordan Love to a wide receiver. Now, the wide receiver is probably not who you're going to expect. It's a guy who last year played the last 4 games of the year and was absolutely disruptive. Bo Melton. Love threw it deep to Bo Melton. Absolute darts. Absolute dime, right? To Bo Melton. Probably would have been an 80-yard touchdown. Probably 40, 50 yards in the air. Big time play from a big time quarterback in Jordan Love, who looks like from day one last year to now has probably taken 90 steps ahead in the right direction. This dude looks like a way different quarterback than he did even last season. I mean, this dude has been insane. And then Bo Melton, right? We talk about the receiving depth this team has with not only Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs and Jaden Reed and Tavion Wicks, but now Bo Melton is really starting to stand out for this team. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if he starts really, earning a role with this football team as a full-time player. Now, maybe that doesn't include all 3 downs, but if he plays 20 snaps a game, 25 snaps a game, I wouldn't be too surprised at all, because he has been that good, not only in practice, but the last 4 games of last season, the man was so good, and he's already doing it here in OTAs. Once the pads come on, if he continues to do that, man, it's going to be fun. He actually caught another 45-yard pass from Jordan Love as well in 11-on-11s. I mean, he had 2 massive plays. Dude, unreal. Shout out to Bo Melton, man. He has been nasty. Now, before we get into another guy who looked good today, rookie, by the way, make sure you guys do me a big favor. Hit the like button just so we can get this video to more Packers fans. But more importantly, subscribe if you're new. It's free. It doesn't cost anything. And we will be covering the Packers throughout the entirety of the offseason. Now, you might be asking, what does that entail exactly? Well, not only the rest of OTAs for this week, but next week, mandatory minicamp. And then training camp, preseason, regular season. And get this, once the season does kick off, once there's preseason football games and regular season football games, we're going to be breaking down some all 22 coaches film and making sure you guys are kept up to date with all the film, all the players who are standing out in actual games. So make sure you guys join the family. It's free and it doesn't cost anything. Make sure you guys join the family. But with that being said, let's talk about a rookie who had an unbelievable play today. Edgerrin Cooper. A guy who they have a tremendous hope for, think that he can be a versatile, dynamic linebacker who can, do multiple things in terms of coming up, making big-time hits, getting into the backfield, getting pressure on the quarterback, making big-time plays in the stopping the run, but also dropping back in the pass coverage as well. This man could do it all. But today had an explosive play on Josh Jacobs. Obviously, there's no pads in contact, but if there were, just know Josh Jacobs probably would have got laid out. I mean, he broke off the line right away into the backfield and probably had a 3, 4, maybe even a 5-yard loss on Josh Jacobs. This dude is just bursting off the scene and everyone is loving it, right? But from there, obviously Josh Jacobs is back, and he looks like he's in full swing of things. Obviously was dealing with the hamstring injury, but today looked like he was back to normal. Looked like there was nothing holding him back. There was some real good bursts, sideline to sideline. Looks like he is completely ready to go and ramping up for the start of mandatory minicamp next week. We also saw Carrington Valentine, all over a deep ball to Heath. And Valentine basically ran the route for the wide receiver. It was crazy. It looks like Valentine's a guy who, again, might not be a day one starter for this team, but you can tell he is taking the right progressions from this or last offseason to this offseason's dove into the playbook and is adding really good depth behind guys like Eric Stokes, Xavier McKinney, Jair Alexander, Keyshawn Nixon, right? So I think Valentine's a guy who might even find his way onto the football field in 4 DB sets, right? In those dime packages, right? So I'm excited to see how he continues to develop. Had a very good play today on a deep ball. McKinney was all over a Musgrave incomplete pass as well. He was all over Bo Melton on another one. So the defense has looked really good so far outside of 2 massive plays for Bo Melton. So love to see that. What else happened today? Elton Jenkins was back, which means Jordan Morgan was with at the right tackle position with the ones. With Elton back at practice, it went Walker, Jenkins, Myers, Sean Ryan, and Morgan on the right side. The starting defense was Smith, Slayton, Wyatt, Gary on the front line. You had Wilson, Quay, and McDuffie, and then the secondary was Stokes, Valentine, McKinney, and AJ. So definitely do love what they've done so far to this team as they continue to and AJ, by the way, Anthony Johnson, former 7th round pick of last season, I believe. Along with Carrington Valentine, those guys have been relatively good so far in camp. Want to see them continue to do that. Jordan Love dropped another nice ass pass to Dontavion Wicks, but he did drop it. He was running a step open on Eric Stokes. Love put it on the money, just couldn't catch the ball. Rashawn Gary absolutely demoralized Jordan Morgan on a bull rush. That's going to happen, right? Morgan, very young, very fresh, trying to get into the swing of things here and going up against Rashawn Gary. Good luck, right? You know what's really cool as well? Dude, this DB room, they're interchanging guys pretty much everywhere, right? Bullard, McKinney, Williams, right? Those guys are playing in so many different positions, so many different areas. Like, for example, Javon Bullard lined up in the slot today, right? I mean, dude, it's going to be so fun to watch these guys rotate in, play different coverages, play in different positions. Even a guy like Tyron Hopper had a big day as well at the another rookie linebacker making a big play on Marshawn Lloyd with the 2s. He had great coverage down the field with the 1s off play action. I think Kobe Wooden would have had a coverage sack there. I mean, dude, today was a massive day for not only Jordan Love and Bo Melton and seeing Josh Jacobs back, but the defense looked absolutely nasty, man. So big shout out to them. I want to see them continue to develop, continue to get better. Today was just one step in the right direction. Once we get the mandatory minicamp, we're going to get to see a lot more. So hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. If you guys want more of these videos, comment down below a part 2.